This episode of the Totally Rad Show is brought to you by Magic the Gathering Magic 2012 Core Set. Coming up, it's like Reservoir Dogs in a board game. Today we play Cash and Guns.
Another designer board game for you today, and this one I think shatters the conception of what a board game can be. It's almost more of a performance piece than anything else. We're talking about Cash and Guns, which is a filler game. I think that's how the category you would put it into. It's built around the same premise as a movie like Reservoir Dogs. You have a team of crooks who've just knocked over a bank or some other heist. They go back to their hideout and they're gonna divvy up the money. Of course, because they're all criminals, ne'er-do-wells, people of nefarious nature, that's not gonna go smoothly, and instead of negotiating like civil human beings, they're gonna let their guns do the talking. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, we talked a lot about guns.
Cash and Guns literally comes with foam plastic guns that you will point at each other at the time of a showdown. Of course, the American version, the guns have to be orange. If you get the European version, they can be black. That's exciting. So here's the thing. There's money on the table. You have a set of cards. The game is played over 8 rounds, 1 card for each round, and each of those cards tells you what your gun is gonna do after you point it at someone. It's either not gonna go off, it's just gonna click, or it's gonna go bang and shoot them. So on the count of 3, everybody points their guns at each other. We find out whether or not you want to chicken out and back down if there are too many guns pointed at you. You're like, okay guys, all right, you can have my share of the money. Or you stand pat and you go, bring it, and then those guns either go off or don't based on the card that's flipped over. If you survive, if you manage to not get shot 3 times, and if you manage not to chicken out too much, it's whoever has the most spoils of victory at the end is the champion.
The way this works is we're all gonna point our guns at each other, and then we're all gonna flip over our card at the same time, right? If it's a click, obviously the gun didn't go off, nothing happens. If it's a bang, you shoot the person you're pointing at. If it's a bang, 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 that trumps a bang. That's the most powerful thing, you only have 1 of those. You have 2 bangs, 1 bang, 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 and the rest clicks. We are all going to pick up our guns and point them at the person that we're going to threaten.
Anyone we want.
Anyone you want. You have a moment to decide whether or not you chicken out. If there's a bunch of people pointing guns at you, you can lay down your guy and chicken out, and you take a shame marker. At the end of the game, shame markers are worth negative 5,000 points, or dollars.
Okay.
So they're bad. You don't want to do that. If I point my gun at Dan, and he wimps out, he's out. Okay. He's not in the money.
Okay.
If I shoot him, if he does not whip out, and I flip over my card, and it's a bang or a bang, 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 he's also out.
Okay. Oh, but if it's a click, he's still in.
Everybody who's still in, if it's a click, divvies up the money, but only if the money can be divvied up equally. Now, if your guy wimps out, you don't have to. You don't reveal what you put down.
But you still.
But you still lose it.
Got it.
All right, ready?
Here we go. Count us down.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa! Almost a full.
I think he's gonna miss. I don't think he's on target.
Alex is the only one not being aimed at. So anybody else that's being aimed at has an opportunity.
Very good at Dan right now.
To lay down.
Come on, man.
We all do it at the same time, and we find out who gets shot.
Those are those rules.
You ready for this?
So nobody lay down.
I'm laying down.
So flip your guy down.
You're gonna get a point. Click.
Yeah.
I knew we were all gonna click.
So 4 people.
I didn't want to screw anybody over that turn.
Not everybody. Marcus.
Not everybody.
Marcus Brody.
I get shamed.
1, 2, 3.
I said pop, pop, motherfucker.
Pop, pop!
I'll do it. All right.
Oh, you'll do it? All right.
I'll do it.
I'm out.
All right. So Alex lays down, and you guys both lay down, or not lay down, but you both lower your things, discard your cards, because that doesn't happen. Nothing happens.
Sure.
You discard your card without revealing it.
Right. I'm gonna lay down the law.
He's
Oh,
laying
you
down.
are laying down.
So it's
That's it.
We take
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, lucky me.
No. I'm gonna lay down.
Shameful.
So everybody was pointing at him. Discard your cards, but you're still in.
Bang.
Oh, bang, bang, motherfucker.
Ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Oh. So it's like this,
Peter.
is it?
Sir. Sorry, Jeff. Bang, bang.
Oh, shit. Click. Oh, no, bang. I banged you.
Oh no, bang.
Oh, Alex has got 3 on him. 3.
Oh.
Well,
Sticky wicket, my friend.
Sticky wicket.
That happened to you first.
bang,
so that
bang.
doesn't happen to me.
Because you get to bang, bang, bang from him.
Oh, Marcus is
out.
dead.
So he's out.
I was already on the ground with the first bang bang.
Yeah.
50, 60, 70, 80,000.
Wait, you're.
Oh no!
It's a tie. So ties are determined by who has the fewest wounds. I have.
Dan
I have
wins.
no wounds. Yeah, so you win.
Amazing, Dan. Pop, pop.
I said pop, pop.
Dan, Tarantino hater, classic hater of Tarantino. But you do like the Mexican standoff.
Well, I do like Reservoir Dogs quite a bit.
Classic.
Classic flick.
Classic hater.
So it's fun to have that end sort of standoff in a game. This combines a lot of things I like. Reservoir Dogs.
Plastic guns.
No, I love the game. One of our favorite board games here on the show is a game called Red Dragon Inn that has the mechanic of putting your card down, face down. We don't all get it's based on moves that you don't know other people are going to make. Is that Red Dragon Inn or Cutthroat
that's
Caverns?
Cutthroat Caverns.
Cutthroat Caverns is a game we frickin' love on this show. One of my favorite games. So we put the card down, we don't know, and then we flip it over. That sort of like gamble, luck, skill thing is I love that mechanic. And I also love the social game interaction, kind of like the game we previously discussed, Resistance. So I like all that because we point a gun at each other and you're all kind of like, talking and figuring out what's best for you. I like it. It very much is a filler game. It's very light, fluffy, fun for 5 minutes. Certainly wouldn't make a night of playing this over and over and over again.
But it's a good first game of the night.
Yeah.
It's a good game between games of the night.
Totally.
It's a good game for a lot of people to play all at the same time.
Totally.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Easy to learn.
Yeah, I mean,
silly fun.
I'm in the same boat, which is it was fun, but I was ready to be done with it when we finished. And there is fun to be had, but I also didn't care about the outcome of the game. That didn't really. That just was. It was more about the experience of playing the game than it was winning the game. You know what I mean? Like I just sort of felt like, well, I just want to kind of stay in, and I want to get there's any game you have that desire for the strategy of trying to win, but it really wasn't about that for me. It was just sort of more the sort of study of, that whole thing of, okay, nobody was pointing a gun at me, which means 5 people are going to be pointing a gun at me in the next round, and that inevitably would happen, and you'd be like, great, I'm glad that I strategized that out, or if somebody got ganged up on, it was like, well, I'm going to point at them because I know nobody else is going to point at them. Those kinds of moments were really fun, but again, I kind of feel like, Dan, it's a great game to start out a day, but I would not play a night of this. I mean,
Right, I don't think it's intended for that either.
Yeah.
But I agree with you guys. It's very difficult not to have a lot of fun in this situation with people. We're like,
Well, I think it's pretty easy to not have a lot of fun.
no, I mean not in real, but playing out that fantasy scenario. The game has got a lot of character, a lot of life. The illustrations are fun. Everybody has a different silly character name, and you have these stand-up cards that have little brackets that you can place them in, and you indicate whether or not you're stepping out or giving up by pushing your guy over, which is cool. If you get shot, you push your guy over. The materials of the game are all very high quality. A lot of games that use paper money type items in them can be really chintzy. You think of something like Monopoly as an example that money feels chintzy. Here the money are all thick cardboard, which is awesome, very high quality. It's just fun to have those guns and do that, have the physicality inside what is ostensibly a tabletop experience.
Yeah.
Have that physicality with your friends. I guarantee you, if you get this game, you will have fun. Again, it's not the kind of thing where like, come over and play Cash and Guns and that's all we're doing tonight.
Right, yeah.
But it's a wonderful thing to fill out your board game collection. And there are a lot of additional ways to play this. There's a fun little rule variants in the rule set. There is an expansion called Yakuza that has swords and ninja stars.
Yeah.
And there is another expansion called Cash and Guns Live that involves like getting up and running around a building that you can have a ton of people play.
That is awesome.
And they often do it at conventions. So if you weren't aware of Cash and Guns, I think it's something that should be on your radar. If you have a fun night, even if you're not having people over for board games, this would kind of be a fun thing to start a party off with.
Yeah.
You just, it's fun, man. It's an awesome game.
Yeah, I think I don't hold this against this game, but it makes me realize that I think the thing that gives a game real lasting power is if it feels like, if you feel when you finished the game, you said, I need to play again, I think I can do it better this time.
Yeah, right.
And I think this game and even Resistance, there's like a touch of, and some other games we've discussed in the show, the reason why I'm not enthralled with it and I need to play it again, but I did need to play that car one we reviewed, the Formula D, is that I have this feeling of I could do it better. I could get better. I could get better at that. I could develop a skill and get better at it.
Real strategy games.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. And this, of course, is light on the strategy for sure.
Yeah.
In fact, I feel like if it was deeper than 8 rounds, there might have more strategy because I never really felt like, well, I want to go after that person specifically because they're close to death. I don't know.
Yeah, no. It was more just.
It was more
let's
like
just point this way.
deal with the situation at
Yeah.
hand. Yeah.
Or maybe
game,
like maybe if there was like you could spend money on a bulletproof vest, so then you have this choices to make. Do I spend the money I've earned for more protection, or I could spend money on a bigger gun, a bazooka, and like blow someone away? You could have that sense of humor. And then you get to actually pick up a bigger gun. The thing someone earns it, and it's like that'd be so fun to sort of. We'd all want that. We'd all want to be the first to get the bigger gun. There could be ways. I'll talk to you. Give me a call, guys.
All right, we just have one more
funds.
explosion to give you.
All right, everybody, be sure to stick around for this Days in Rad History. But first, Jeff Kanana sponsors
Magic.
It's here and it is true.
It's awesome. Magic Duels of the Planeswalkers 2012. Perhaps you saw us playing it because it launched last month on Xbox Live Arcade, the Steam platform on the PC, and PSN. And it's an all-new game building on the success of the original Duels of the Planeswalkers, which was an awesome game in its own right. And you can check out the free demo. We played it.
Yep.
It's cool. It's got some really awesome new multiplayer modes, including the Arch Enemy, where you can play 3 against 1, which is what we did in the segment. We got worked. The cool thing is that later this month, Magic 2012, the core set, the actual cards are going to be released, and there's a bunch of overlap between Duels of the Planeswalkers 2012, the digital version, and the physical version. So it's a perfect way to sort of bone up and figure out how to play and get ready so when you can sit down face to face with people using cards.
Yep.
You can be awesome. And then on September 10th, which happens to be my sister's birthday,
Happy birthday to your sister.
Wizard of the Coast is going to bring together those 2 different parties and see who reigns supreme. Digital Planeswalkers 2012 players, core set players. They're going to get together at hobby stores in an event that is so awesome sounding. It's really something they've never really done before. They're calling it Magic Celebration. We're going to check it out.
Yep.
You should check it out and get on the Magic. There's a reason Magic has been.
I show up in like a top hat and a cape, and I'm like, hey, it's Magic Celebration.
Yeah.
Dan, you do have your Magic training. You do have your Magic training coming up.
September, yeah.
Oh, that's
awesome.
right. Amazing.
Anyway, there's a reason Magic has endured and has been such a great game because it's really awesome. So check it out.
All right, cool people. Also, check out Comic-Con. If you're going to be there, we're going to be there live Friday night for our big TRS Shindig panel. And so if you're there, hopefully you can come by and check us out. We will see you tomorrow.
Tune in tomorrow for the reopening of the Star Tours ride at Disneyland.
Today is July 12th, and on this day in Rad history in 1960, the first Etch-a-Sketch goes on sale.
And sketches were etched for years to come.
Crazy, guys. Remember Etch-a-Sketches?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, our parents had them.
People still use
I thought it
Etch-a-Sketches.
was new for me. I know.
Artistic, crazy
I'll
people
tell you,
use
there's
them.
nothing I wanted more in life. My friend got it for Hanukkah. I was so jealous. The Etch-a-Sketch animator, where you could draw a sketch
yeah.
and it would just magically animate it
Did
for
that
you.
work back then?
Nope. But even to this day, I mean, now finally we have like video games.
I think the coolest thing
generators.
about Etch-a-Sketch art is that you have to do it all in a continuous line. That requires planning ahead and amazingness.
Thank you at Hajalti once again for sending that in.